Hello, welcome to Mr. B's Ukulele channel. Please like and subscribe, and I hope you enjoy watching. This is my tutorial for Jingle Bell Rock, the Christmas hit by Bobby Helms in 1957. This is just a really fun song, but it is quite challenging to play in terms of rhythms and strumming patterns. There's quite a lot to it, and there's quite a few different chords as well. So we'll have a look at the chords, we'll have a look at the strumming, and I'll give you a bit of a walkthrough and a demo of the song as well, and we'll look at the layout too. But I have put it in as a level 5 song just because there's quite a lot to get your head around, so do spend some time on it, but do enjoy this fantastic Christmas hit. Okay, here we go. Right, let's look at the chords first of all. There are actually 11 different chords for this song, so there's a lot to think about and a lot to be aware of, and the chord changes are quite fast as well, and they match up with some of the different strumming patterns later, so there's a lot of quick chord changes between similar chords, so it's easy to mix them up, and in many ways it doesn't matter if you mix them up, but there are a lot of chords to be trying to put in there. So we'll have a look at all the chords first of all, and then we'll look at how they fit into the song. So we've got the A, first and second finger on the first and second fret, on the first finger on the C string, second finger on the G string. We've got an A7, first finger only on the C string on the first fret there, and the A7 and the A are often next to each other, so you go from one to the other quite quickly, and that's an easy chord change. We've got the A minor, which is just our second finger on the second fret on the G string. We've got a C, of course our third finger on the third fret on the A string, and a C minor. You might be less familiar with the C minor. That's our third finger on the third fret again, and it's across 3 strings there, the C, E and the A, so it's a semi-bar across the 3 strings there on the C minor. We've got a D7, which is the semi-bar on the second fret, the G, C and E strings with our second finger on the second fret, and then our third finger on the third fret on the A string. We've got an E7, one of my favourite chords, and first finger at the top on the G string on the first fret, second finger on the second fret on the C string, third finger on the second fret on the A string there as well, so that's our E7. And then we've got 4 G chords. We've got the normal G, first finger on the A string on the second fret, second finger on the C string on the second fret, third finger on the E string on the third fret. We've got the G7, first finger on the E string on the first fret, second and third finger on the second fret on the C and the A string. We've also got the G6, which you can either do first and second finger or second and third finger, but normally I play it first and second finger on the second fret on the A and the C string. That's a G6, and then we've got a G major 7, which is your first finger or second finger, but I've marked it as first finger across the second fret there on the C, E and A string, so another semi-bar there as well. And that's the G major 7, and you'll see that those 4 G chords come up quite close together and sort of alternate between themselves quite quickly, so that gives the music quite a bit of variety to it, and there's a lot going on, but there's a lot to sort of follow with the music as well, so that's part of the complexity there, how quickly it changes between those 4 chords. But once you've got used to those 4 chords, they're actually quite easy changes to do. So we'll have a look at some of those transitions in the piece, and then we'll look at the strumming. Okay, so we'll need to be able to go from a G to a G major 7 and a G6 and a G major 7 again. So that's the first line of the song actually. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. And we'll look at the strumming in a minute. But it starts off with that G, G major 7, G6, G major 7 again. So G, we'll just do down strums for now. G, G major 7, flatten that second finger or first finger, Personally, when you're doing the G, it's quite easy to go from G to G major 7 by just flattening the second finger. I did say it's marked as with the first finger, but actually when you're playing a G first, just basically flatten that second finger from where it is, and that's your G7. So G to G major 7 there. And then the G6, you pop the second finger back where it was, pop your first finger at the bottom, and don't put anything else down because it's just those two. So G, G major 7, G6. And it's really just your first and second finger, flatten the second finger, put it in the back up, flatten the second finger, put it in the back up, and add in the third finger for the G, but not for the other two. So it's quite a simple transition actually. So let's just do it one more time. G, G major 7, G6, G major 7. And then we go G6, E7, A minor, D7. So you might want to practice that little change as well. G6, E7. Now when you do the G6 to E7, my second finger stayed in the same place. So if you look carefully at the diagrams, you can see how that works. So G6 to E7, I just bring my first finger up and add my third finger. G6, E7, A minor, second finger's the top, and then flatten my second finger for the D7. So the A minor to the D7 is a nice easy transition actually, makes it quite smooth. So that was G6 to E7 to A minor to D7. Okay, that's the second line. Third line, A minor to D7, A minor, D7, that's easy. Then it's A minor, A, D7. So again with the A7 and the A, like with the A minor as well, sometimes you'll sort of switch between the two of those. So get used to going from A to A minor or to A7. And the A minor and the A7 are basically the two parts of the A chord. So it's quite easy to switch between the two. So we've got A minor, A, D, and that's the fourth line of the first verse. Second verse is very similar to that. If we look at the bridge, we've got a C to C minor. So that's a nice easy transition. C to C minor. You just move that first finger up to cover the 3 frets there. The C minor is marked as a second, using my second finger, but actually if I'm on a C first of all, and I've got my third finger in place, I'll move that. I think I said first finger, didn't I? If I've got my third finger in place, I'm just going to slide that up to do the semi-bar with my third finger instead of my second. So C to C minor, nice, easy switch, just slide that third finger up. Then we've got G, G6, G and G7. So G, G6, G, G7. So that's quite a nice one to practice as well. Then we've got A, A7, A, A7. Like I said earlier with the A minor and the A, those three chords switch around quite a lot. So just get used to doing those, but that's a nice easy one. Then it's a D7 on its own with some slaps there. We'll talk about that in a minute. And that's pretty much it. So those are the main chord patterns you need to practice. So have a look through that section of the video quite slowly and just take your time on those sort of quartets of chords, those patterns of 4 chords that follow each other on each line of the song. Once you've got the hang of those, you'll be able to play the song much more easily, but you'll need to be able to add the strumming as well, so it's good to look at those chord combinations on their own first of all. Okay, let's look at the strumming patterns now, and the reason I did the walkthrough with just the chords to begin with is the strumming is quite complex. There's nothing difficult about the strumming in terms of individual strums, but there's actually 5 different types of strum I've put into this song, just because rhythmically it's such a fun and lively song, and you can't really pick one strumming pattern to go with the whole song because there's just too much variety to the lyrics and to the rhythms. So it really does take a sort of a bit of a breakdown into 5 different strumming patterns to really get the most out of this song. So we've got 5 different patterns to look at, and they're relatively straightforward on their own. It's really about putting them together and being able to switch from one to the other quite comfortably. So we've got the main pattern is, and I'm going to call them by the colours that I've coded them on the sheet music. If you have a quick look at the sheet music, you'll see it's rather busy, I'm afraid. You'll see in the middle there's 5 different sets of strumming patterns. So if I talk through those one at a time and refer to them by colour, that will help as well, just in terms of if you use the sheet music that's what you'll be referring to. So I've done in red a down, down, up to begin with. I'll do it all on G to begin with, as that's our first chord. So red, down, down, up. You'll also see there's a green down, down, up, up, down, up. You'll also see that I've broken that down, down, up, down, up into two parts of a or two different patterns that basically make up that pattern. As I've done with some of the other songs I've done in the past. So instead of just down, down, up, down, up all the time, we've got sometimes down, down, and then up, down, up. And that's where you've got specific chord changes. Instead of basically just saying it's a down, down, up, down, up pattern and you've got to try and figure out where to change chords. I'm being quite specific there, where I'm sort of telling you to, or suggesting you change chords, just to try and help give that extra information to help you fit the lyrics and the rhythms together. So, for example, in the opening line to the song, it goes like this: jingle bell, and they're both on down, down, up. Jingle bell, jingle bell rock. And you get that sort of rock feel with that down, down on the G6, and then the up, down, up on the G major 7. I did the same in the second line. Jingle bells swing and jingle bell ring. And by basically not quite splitting that rhythm in half, but by doing the down, down, up, down, it just gives it a bit of a pull, gives it a bit of a swing to it. Basically makes it into a swinging rhythm, there for the certain parts of the lyrics. I've not done it all the way through because it's nice to have that down, down, up for the jingle bell, down, down, up, down, down, up. And then it's the second half of the lines basically. Let me just do the first two lines again and you'll see how that works. So it starts off with the jingle bells, down, down, up. And then it's the jingle bell rock. It's going to be down, down, up, down, up across the two chords. Jingle bell rock. Same again. Jingle bells swing and jingle bells swing. And you can see how that works. So that's the main sort of combination of strumming patterns. And then, like I said, there's the odd one in green, which is down, down, up, down, up. That happens at the end of the fourth line. Now the jingle hop has begun. And also in the bridge. What a bright time, it's the right time. Just a couple of down, down, up, down, up moments there. And the other one is simply, I've done in yellow, a single down strum. To go gliding in a one-horse sleigh. And that's combined with some tapping on the instrument as well on the top there. So it's one down strum and then 4 taps. To go gliding in a one-horse sleigh. And you can see that's marked in yellow on the sheet music. So there's quite a lot there to sort of process in terms of reading the music, reading all the different color codes I've done. You don't have to do that. You could get away with doing a down, down, up all the way through the song if you wanted to. It won't quite swing as much. You could probably do a down, down, up, down, up all the way through. It might swing a little bit too much and not quite fit the lyrics. So I've tried to just make it a little bit more complex by adding those different combinations of strumming patterns throughout the song. You can sort of take those or leave them and sort of choose the ones that you're most comfortable with. But if you can do the full combination and put it all in exactly like I've suggested, I think you'll find it's a more interesting and rewarding song to sing. So that's the strumming. Let me give you a bit of a walkthrough. I've already done a little bit there. I'll give you a bit more of a walkthrough and give you a feel for how the song, all those strumming and chords fit together. Okay, let me go through the full verse 1 and you can see how that all fits together. And I'll do it slowly and you'll be able to see on the screen the different strumming patterns as they come up. So it starts off with that down, down, up on the G and the G major 7. So G to begin with, jingle bell, G major 7, jingle bell. Now we're doing the down, down on the G6 and then the up, down, up on the G major 7. Jingle bell rock. Second line is G6 again and back to the down, down, up. Jingle bells, down, down, up on the E7, swing, and again with the split pattern on the A minor to D7, jingle bells ring. Now down, down, up on the A minor and then D7, snowing and blowing up. Split again across the A minor to D7, bushels of fun. down, down, up again on the A minor. Now the A, jingle, hop. The green pattern on D7 has begun. That's the down, down, up, down, up. Verse 2 is exactly the same. And then we go to the bridge, where we start with the green pattern, the down, down, up, down, up. What a bright time, it's the right time to... Now we're into the split pattern again, starting on the G. Rock the night away. And that was the G to G6, G to G7. To rock the night away. And then we're going to do the same patterns again, but across the A to A7. Jingle bell time is a swell time. Now the D7, single strum, to go gliding in a one-horse sleigh. Giddy up, jingle horse, pick up your feet. And the rest of the bridge, or verse 3 rather, carries on in the same fashion. If we have a quick look at the layout, again, it's quite complicated, but it's quite a short song actually, so it basically just repeats parts of the song to finish on. So we've got verse 1 and verse 2 at the top, then we've got the bridge, what a bright time, it's the right time, then we go into verse 3, giddy up, jingle horse, pick up your feet. Then at the end of that, it goes back, it repeats verse 2, jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock, and then it repeats the bridge again. What a bright time, it's the right time to rock the night away. And then at the end, giddy up, jingle horse, pick up your feet. Let me just give you a run through that. So the ending basically goes on a G, starting with the down, down, up pattern. Giddy up, jingle horse. Now the split pattern on the G6. Pick up your feet, G major 7. And then a down, down, up again on the G6. Jingle around the split pattern clock. Now it's largely down, down, up with a C. Mix and a mingle in a C minor on green. Jingling beats. Now it's all down, down, up. A7, that's the D7. Jingle bell A7. That's the D7. Jingle bell A7. That's the jingle bell rock. And I just put a single strum on the end. So there's loads there to get your head around. You could simplify that quite easily, like I said earlier, if you wanted to. But if you really want to go for it, there's a lot of fun to be had with all those different rhythms and patterns and chords. So a lot of variety, a lot of movement. So really enjoy that one. Just finished with a little bit of a demo for you of the song. So have a great time learning this one. Have a great Christmas. Thank you for watching. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells chime in jingle bell time. Dancing and prancing in Jingle Bell Square. In the frosty air, what a bright time. It's the right time to rock the night away. Jingle bell time is a swell time to go gliding in a one-horse sleigh. Giddy up, jingle horse, pick up your feet. Jingle around the clock. Mix and a mingle in a jingling beat. That's the jingle bell, that's the jingle bell.